Metalfab is proud to introduce this pumper tanker that is built for the Tatamagouche, Nova Scotia Fire Department. It is built on a 2011 M2106 Freightliner chassis. It has a Cummins 350 horsepower engine, an Allison 3000 EVS transmission. It has seating for 3 firefighters, an air ride driver seat, and a 2-man bench seat with storage underneath. It has air conditioning, power windows, power doors, power mirrors that are heated, a full lock rear differential. It has an air ride suspension, has aluminum wheels all around, a chrome front bumper with driving lights mounting underneath. It has a Small battery conditioner and a built-in air compressor. The body is a 2,500 imperial gallon tank with a 625 imperial gallon per minute pump. It has intermediate storage on both sides, with the pump panel on the left side covered with a roll-up door. On the top of the pump panel there is 2 pre-connect hose lays that are covered by a deck plate cover with end tarps. There is a storage area beside that is accessible from each side. The pump panel is covered by a roll-up door. At the top portion there is a pump intake and pump discharge gauge. There's the connections for the two-way communications and a speaker with volume control. There is a water level gauge and the Class 1 total pressure governor. The middle section has the controls for all of the discharges. They are all color coded to meet NFPA 1901. There's also the control for the tank fill and tank to pump. In the middle portion there is a hand wheel to manually control the high vol discharge on the right side pump panel. There is a 2.5-inch discharge, and the 6-inch inlet is gated with a manual intake valve. The bottom portion there is a set of wrenches mounted, a 2.5-inch gated inlet, and the drains for each discharge. Underneath the pump panel there is a heat pan mounted underneath. On the right side pump house there is 2 cross lays and the storage area beside it. There is an access panel to the pump panel area, and on the bottom's portion there is a 6-inch gated suction, a 5-inch high vol discharge, 2.5-inch discharge with a 2.5-inch gated intake. The compartments on the left side are intermediate height. So the front compartment has the 12-volt electrical panel mounted in the rear. Every compartment is vented to the outside. There is 2 sets of flashlights and an extinguisher mounted on the front wall. In the rear wheel wells we find a Federal LED flasher that matches the rest of the Federal LED light package. There is a ditch light that is controlled from inside the chassis cab. 2 compartments over the rear wheels, and there is a compartment on the rear that has an adjustable shelf. At the top of the hose bed there are 2 adjustable hose bed dividers, 2 chrome floodlights, and 2 Federal beacons. On the outer edges there is a storage for a portable tank, and there is storage for 2 ladders, the 24-foot 2-section and 14-foot roof. The attic ladder and 2 pike poles are mounted underneath. Underneath the hose bed there is an LED traffic advisor. There are 2 scene lights mounted directly underneath. In the middle portion there is a folding step that allows for easy reloading of the hose bed. Underneath the step there is a 10-inch Newton dump valve that's a rotating dump chute and is electrically controlled. On the side there is a 4-inch direct tank fill that is a fireman's friend. Underneath the T of the tank there are 2 10-foot suctions stored underneath. The reflective chevrons on the rear are installed to meet NFPA 1901. On the outer edges there is an LED flasher and LED brake light, turn signal, and backup light module. The rear step is a non-slip surface to meet you well. The right side body has intermediate compartments. The front compartment has storage for 2 BAs, an adjustable shelf area, 2 small compartments over the rear wheels, and a larger compartment on the back with an adjustable shop.